Hello, everyone. I found something very interesting that I saw today because I've been hearing that data centers in the Middle East are getting hit by Iran and that some of them have already been hit. They would never tell us that. The press would never report that because they do not want that becoming trend and they do not want to show us that they've taken some damage too. So if those data centers did get hit, they would never fucking tell us. The Reich, I mean. The press, I mean. That we all know the subjects the press doesn't even touch these days. You know, like protests and stuff. This person sounds very smart. So I'm going to run under the assumption that some data centers have already been hit by Iran, and they're not telling us that. Because I've seen the information. Nobody is telling you how fucked the data center situation actually is right now. Every major tech company on earth just spent billions building AI data centers in the Gulf. I assume that's because they can pollute there. There's no workers' rights. The whole thing. You know why they build overseas. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Oracle, so all the major companies with their data centers in AI. All of them sitting right there in the middle of a war zone. Yeah, see, that's the risk you take when you build in third world. It could destabilize in moments, any day of the week. But greed, right, son? Greed is good, right? That's why you're probably going to lose some of your data centers. Here's the problem, though. If data centers get lost, some of our shit gets lost forever. We'll get there. Here's what you need to understand. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. Now, remember when Donnie, right in the beginning of his administration, he was over in the Middle East for a while, getting all this going. This is very important to him. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, they're not just oil hubs anymore. They became the world's AI infrastructure backbone. Billions in servers, billions in cooling systems, billions in fiber cables. Your data, your cloud, your apps running from there. Now look at what's happening. Iran has launched 1,400 plus missiles and drones at Gulf states. Hotels and residential buildings in Bahrain already hit. UAE absorbed 186 ballistic missiles and 812 drones. Kuwait's U.S. airbase is still burning. Yeah, I saw the footage of that today. Saudi Arabia intercepting drones near military facilities daily. One missile, one into a major data center. And here's what happens. Hour one. Cloud services go down across half the planet. Banks lose access to transaction systems. Hospitals lose patient records. Millions of businesses running on AWS, Azure, Google Cloud offline. Day one, stock trading platforms crash. Crypto exchanges freeze. Supply chain software goes dark. Airlines can't process bookings. Week one, companies realized their backup was in the same region. Data that took years to build, gone. AI models that cost hundreds of millions to train, destroyed. Insurance won't cover acts of war. And the worst part, don't worry if those data centers went down. Just like Donnie's going to give all these people money for their electric that they're going to use. Do they give you money for your electric bill? And it's your money. That's the fun part about this whole scenario. Donnie about to give all them your money to pay their electric bill for their data center that they will use to surveil your ass. You know, it'll store what porn you watch or whatever's embarrassing to you. You know what I mean? Your phone calls, your texts, all of it, everything. Everything you say and do. You got a mic and a fucking camera in your face 24/7, your cell phone. So if these data centers go down, don't worry, Donnie, just dip back into the treasury, hand these guys another 8-9 billion, and they just build it again. You'll pay for it, of course. Your own subjugation, your own private information being stored by some scumbag oligarch that wants to sell it to the Reich whenever they, come and knock in. Hey, you got any more data for us? Any more dissident information you can give us illegally? I haven't forgotten about that class action, son. You might have fucked up here. You may have fucked up. Talking to every company as well. And the worst part, Iran knows exactly where these data centers are. They're not hidden, they're not underground, they're sitting on the coast. The same coast that Iran's drones reach every single day. Well, they're sitting on the coast because they need tons of that water to cool the fucking shit. They put a lot of nuke plants near the coast or near a river or whatever, because they need the water to cool it. Of course, that water, when it gets sucked into a nuke plant for cooling, it gets very hot and kills any life inside that water, sterilizes it completely. God knows what radiation gets mixed in there too, and then it gets put right back into circulation. Then there's cooling pool water. God knows what they do with that. I don't want to know. And those things, nuke plants, they've been around for decades and decades, polluting the living fuck out of this planet. Don't forget about those. I know they call it clean energy, right? It ain't clean whatso goddamn ever. Not even close. You poor children out there that ever believe that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's why they have to bury the waste underground for 1 million fucking years, because it's clean energy, right, assholes? My God, you people believe whatever the fuck they've been telling you. Wake the fuck up. The same coast that Iran's drones reach every single day, the entire digital economy is one strike away from going dark. I have a feeling they targeted some already. And I don't know if Iran even needs the internet except for war, because they don't really allow their people to use it very much. So imagine they hit some of these or start targeting them seriously. Sounds like we'd be fucked. And the only people that would get bailed out, that would get help, would be the people that own the data centers, and that'd be your money that would get bail them out and give them help. But that can't go on forever, because Donnie's emptying the treasury at lightning pace. Eventually, there's going to be no more money to hand out. I guess that's why we're going to have to move once Donnie ruins the world and America's economy enough, and boy, is he getting there. I guess that's when we switch over to the Donnie coin, because it's worthless. And there won't be a currency on Earth that's worth anything, so. Worthless Donnie coin. That's going to replace your couple million you got in the bank once he takes it. Or once the banks close the doors. I'm already seeing major investment firms tell their people, you can only take 5% out. People are starting to come and knocking for their money. And the big firms don't want to give it out as if it's theirs. Banking was always a goddamn scam. Always a Ponzi scheme. If we all show up at our local bank tomorrow asking for our goddamn money, worthless paradigm that we all accept, they'd shutter the goddamn doors and say sorry, and that's normal because we've allowed it. My dumbass forefathers and mothers allowed it and left that gift to us. I'm already here. Major investment firms. BlackRock was mentioned. Others. Something is going on. We all know the global economy, and especially America's economy, is utterly ruined. So we have money for mass Gestapo. They can ruin local economies, have everyone in fear, afraid to leave their fucking home. Yeah, little imp, Donnie the Antichrist, you fucking idiots. I know the imp don't care. He loves people starving. But Donnie does, because it makes him look bad. When you have people afraid to leave their homes and you're fucking with some of the largest economies in this country that pay the welfare for all the rubes, that does damage. That may cause layoffs. Endless wars cause layoffs, cause instability. Tariffs every 3 seconds on a whim for a diapered shitty grifter. Fuck up the economy. Data centers getting hit. American bases getting hit. Fuck up the economy. It's inevitable. It's all going in the fucking toilet, the financial system. And that's great. They don't care. Donnie Coin. Inevitable. Mark it on your goddamn calendar. I told you last January. Remember? This is incredible, this information about the data centers and what would happen if Iran seriously went after these. And I have a feeling they're trying. I have a feeling they got a few already, and they would rather die than tell us that. They'd rather die than tell us there's more than 6 dead Americans, too. Iran's reporting 500. I don't believe that for a second. That's a nice round number you hear from terrorist organizations all the fucking time. So I don't believe 500. But I do believe there's more than 6. And I have a feeling the military deaths will be hidden at all costs. And I have a feeling right now, as I speak to you, there are more than 6 dead military people because of Donnie's wars. After they saw the backlash for the first 6, the same thing happened in the Bush administration. George Bush Jr., remember the Reich, the former Reich before this one, where they took all your rights away? Remember what happened? I was paying close attention because I had a feeling it would lead right here. The goddamn apocalypse. Right where we're at now. And boy, fucking did it. Remember, they instituted a policy, like right at the beginning of their Middle East sweep, that Cheney and Senior planned, using their Pearl Harbor event. Oh, we're not going to show all the dead coming back. You people don't mind that, right? Right, Rubes? Right, Republicans? Because we don't want America to see, like in Vietnam, how many soldiers are actually dying. That would be wrong, right? Showing the public how many of their soldiers are dying for nothing. You cunts of Satan. George Bush Jr., all of you, whether you even realize you're of Satan or not, you small child. I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, this is just normal in America, the right-wing grift machine. Oh, you know what? We'll just tell the public we ain't going to show the dead bodies. Really? And the public accepted that? Obviously, because they didn't show a shit. Right wing again. Here we are again. Hey, they're running with all the footballs George Bush left for them. So I assume from the 6th death on, we ain't going to see no more. And drunk-ass Pete just going to come out oh yeah, everything's great. I got my gin and makeup. I'm good. Meanwhile, families are getting letters. Your son or daughter's dead, and we don't even hear about it, son. I already know that's coming. Come on. They already did it again, George Bush Jr. Because the right-wing grift machine, Nixon's people, learned from Vietnam. Oh, we can't have people seeing the dead soldiers coming back in protest. We can't have that. We might look like scumbags of Satan. We can't have that. That's been the right-wing grift machine since I was a fucking baby. Fuck you people. You've ushered in the apocalypse. You and your fucking fake-ass Christian bullshit. Most of your people are goddamn pedophiles. And you, your movement, literally, not figuratively, not kind of, your movement, your piece of shit movement of the imp, caused the apocalypse, ushered it in, literally. Fuck you all forever for that. And I mean that sincerely. Oh, the newsfeed will be on upscrolled from now on. I'd leave a link, but the adjudicated criminal Google. Did I tell you they were an adjudicated criminal? Okay. They won't let me leave any third-party links because they're collecting data, IDs, and biometrics right now, and I'm not giving it to them. In other words, this tool here is becoming useless. So more and more of us are going to start, that's what I'm going to have to do. If you people come with me, upscroll, Nicholas 6. I'd leave you a link, but again, the adjudicated criminal. If you want to see the news feed, that's where it's going to be at from now on. Because one day I can post 3 posts here, the next day I can post 4, the next day I can't post any! You're making your tool useless, son. I ain't gonna be the only one leaving. I know you want me gone for a long time. A lot more gonna come with me. Good luck, son. Hopefully your data centers don't get hit and you don't lose another 500 billion. After Vlad stole your 100 billion or 100 million, whatever the fuck it was. You're noticing less income come in, right, son? There's only so much data you can sell to the government too, assholes. You're noticing it. The trend line. Aren't you, son? I know you are. Couldn't happen to nicer people. No problem defaming me and taking my money, right, son? Taking all my hard work, right? That's why Vlad took your 100 million. Fuck you! Have a nice day.